Hey guys, real quick before this podcast starts, sorry for the audio. It was my mistake, my bad. But instead of filming it again, because we said a lot of genuine and fresh off the mind type of things, so instead of filming it again, just bear with us, guys. For one podcast, I swear it will never happen again. Just in case you're new to the podcast, it does not sound like this every time. Thank you guys. Happy Friday. Love you. Okay, guys, welcome back to another podcast.
We are alone today, which feels so sad, and we are so happy that you guys loved Gabby and Gabe because they deserve everything. We love them, and our relationship with them is perfect.
Yeah, guys, they're the best. And today, I think we're going to talk a little bit behind the scenes. I know the other podcast was more about meeting them and getting to know them, but we didn't really talk about the things we did. The campfire, how almost lit up the whole Arizona forest on fire, getting our keys locked. And then, yeah, another little things we got going on too.
I feel like, well, when John sat down to start editing the vlog, it was 2 hours long. And
almost 2:45.
And it sucks that we couldn't just upload it all because everything was so funny and so good. But obviously, you guys, we all have like a short attention span, so it had to be a shorter vlog, but it was still really lit.
Yeah, guys, I decided to focus more on the camping trip when I edited. Yes, I do edit the J&J vlogs because you always give props to Julissa and not me, and I feel sad. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to focus more on the campfire, the camping trip, all the fails and all that. But we did do a lot of more stuff. We went to the freaking downtown Phoenix, nos paseamos in the scooters. We tried so many different restaurants, and it was such a vibe, guys. But I couldn't put that in because it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, but today we are in for a little update vlog, a little update podcast. We're just gonna talk to you guys like if you guys were friends that didn't go to the trip with us, so you can learn all the tea. And yeah, we hope you enjoy it. Happy Friday. We hope you're having a good day so far.
Yeah, guys, make the best out of it. You got this. Here in Colorado, it's a little gloomy for being. Oh, what's Thursday? Tomorrow's gonna be. Never mind. I get my days confused, guys, but I don't know why I said the weather for today if it doesn't matter. So moving on, guys, I actually got a perm if you haven't noticed. The other times you've seen it curly was just Julissa using the wand stick, pero esta vez me atreví a go full perm mode. So ahí me senté como 3 horas mientras la señora así, está muy cortito, dijo para atrás, pero pues I think it came out good.
I think it looks amazing. I really like it, especially because I don't have to curl his hair every day like I did.
When I say it came out good, I'm saying that she did an amazing job, la señora, but I do not like it on myself. It's just not me, guys. I look funny, so... but now I'm stuck with it because I thought, oh, me va a bañar y se me van a caer, but hell no, man, ya, ahí estoy tallándome llorando y no se me caen.
He comes out of the shower and they get like curly, so yeah. She kind of brushes them out, but I love them, honestly. When he gets out of the shower, I'm like, dang, who are you, boy?
Yeah, parezco el... Do you know who Jaime Camil is? Mm-hmm. Es el actor de la Betty, the ugly girl.
Oh.
You know, he has curly hair. But anyways, guys, yeah, I got a perm. I think it's a good experience, you know. I used to think it was like gayish, like, oh, you got a perm, but I think you should embrace it because not everyone was born with curly hair. Now I get to experience it, and props to you guys that have curly hair girls because it's so, you wake up and you really can't do nothing. I used to have like a 30-minute hair procedure, gel, blow dry it, part it, slick it back, but now I just wake up and you can't do nothing to it.
No, I think it really looks good. And yeah, you also got a haircut because your hair was longer?
Oh, yeah, guys. And I got a haircut right away. But this, imagine this, but like 3 times worse. It was like an afro. It was so funny when my barber was picking it out to like fade it. I looked like I had an afro, babe.
He looks like a bush. He looked like a bush because like a plant bush, like this was the planter. And then the bush was like coming out of it.
But I look so more funny. Like Chai's dad.
Yeah, when Chai lays on top of his head, you can't tell which one's her hair or Jonathan's hair. And that's what he was going for. So I'm happy he did that. Finally, I don't have to curl his hair every day. And he made a commitment, so now it's going to be there for how long?
She said that since my hair is way a little bit too strong, like 4 months. For real. Like, she basically said until it grows out. Like, the curls get long and then I cut and it's my straight hair.
Are you excited?
No, not really. Because I'm having temptations of just shaving that off.
No, he literally told me, he's like, if I don't like it, I'm going to come home and shave it off. I'm like, dude, remember what happened last time you shaved your hair? Nothing but bad stuff.
Yeah. Going on. Next segment, guys. The camping trip. Or just Phoenix in general, babe. What would you say is your most favorite thing about Arizona and your least favorite thing about Arizona?
So let's
We're talking
start off
physically, obviously not our friends.
physically. Oh my gosh, Arizona is beautiful. Like, I love seeing palm trees everywhere, and then I love how hot it is, and I don't know, I just really, really, really like it. And
Take in mind, we went when she's saying hot, 70.
not even. I think it was like 65 most of the
Yeah.
time, and I want to move there for sure. But then I haven't experienced the 120-degree weather, so probably when I experience that, I'm like, never mind, taking back to Colorado. But I think we're just in a phase where we're so tired of Colorado because of the winter. We hate the snow. We hate literally everything about it right now. So we're in the phase where everywhere we go is just so much better. So I loved Arizona. It was so beautiful. They took us up to Flagstaff.
Yeah,
And
Flagstaff.
Sedona. Oh my gosh, the scenery was amazing, and then just knowing that you're close to the Grand Canyon and you can go there.
And Mexico.
Yeah, and also it was very, very calm, I would say. So
Yeah.
when we go off to other places, I never request to drive because I'm such a weenie. But there, Jonathan and I were going to Starbucks, and Gabby was like, "Oh, just take my car," and I was like, "Can I drive?" And it was so chill. So I don't know. I just love how calm and beautiful it is out there. What about you?
Yeah, guys. I used to think Arizona was like a desert, like just a desert. My dad has an aunt out there, and he would go and they go and visit her every once in a while. But I would be like, I just picture like a desert, guys, like flat, dry, and that's all I thought Arizona was, and hot. And so I was like, when we went and Gabe showed us, literally, you go from Phoenix and you drive 2 hours north, and then there's snow. And then you drive 2 more hours that way, the Grand Canyon. You drive back 5 hours or whatever it is, you have the beach, ahí por Mexico. So Arizona, when our Uber picked us up and he called it a hidden gem, it really is, guys, because I feel like it has a good protection of like, fuck no, don't come here, it's 120 in the summer, but I feel like once you get past that, it's the best.
Yeah, and it was so much more different than the first time we went, because the first time we went for like a short weekend. It was Gabby and Gabe's wedding, and we didn't do much. We just hung out with them at the house and ate a lot. And this time around, we didn't go for any special event. We just missed our friends, so we're like, hey, what are you guys doing this weekend? Let's go. And it is the first trip that we have extended our trip.
Yeah.
Which was crazy when we were there. So we got there on Friday, and we were gonna leave Monday night, and literally on Sunday I told Jonathan, I was like, babe, what about if we extend our trip? And then Jonathan was like, no, like the pups, we don't want to leave them. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then Monday rolls around, and there's like so much content we want to create, and we just love being around them. So Jonathan texts me as I'm filming a mukbang with Gabby, and he's like, should we extend our trip? And I was like, I'm down. So I got up and literally called the airline and extended our trip. We're like, let's just extend it till tomorrow. And then the airline's like, well, it would be cheaper if you extend it till Thursday. And we're like, lucky, let's go.
Yeah, guys. Whenever we travel, I really do miss the pups. Yo sé que a veces I treat them a little harsh in a good way, like I'm strict with them. But as soon as we leave, it's like leaving your babies, and I just miss them. I miss Chai a lot. I know Ozo as a man, he's almost a man. Like he can do it by himself, but Chai se me figura like she's so shy and quiet that I just hate leaving her by herself. So I was like, nah. And then, but my friends were chilling at the pool with the palm trees and the jacuzzi. I was like, let's stay another day. But yeah.
Yeah, we stayed there for almost a full week, which was amazing. I would have stayed even longer if we didn't have the pups waiting for us. But it is true, when we're far from home, we miss them, and we always want to be getting pictures of them. And I think that's annoying probably for my sisters, because every time I'm like, let me show me a picture of Ozo. But it was actually great because we left, and then Colorado got a snowstorm bad that they canceled school and like all of this. So it was great that we weren't in the snow for that. But Ozo loves the snow, so he stayed home in good hands, and so did Chad.
Yeah, guys. But anyways, yeah, Phoenix was the bomb. Now going on to the camping trip. I thought it was my first time, I would say, going camping for reals, for reals. I've gone camping, but right now I'm camping in Chafa, like pull off to the side of the road and then sleep in a tent for half the night and then get in the truck because it's too cold type of thing. But it's cool because I had posted on my Instagram like that I just bought the drone, but unfortunately I don't have any friends. I don't really have friends at all. but I don't have friends that like to go like camping and I really like nature like that. So as soon as Gabe saw that story, he told Gabby, and they're like, let's go camping. I was like, that's so badass that my friends out of state want to do more stuff than the ones here. So then we go, and I was like, I told you this, I was like, we're going to show up, and ya no se va a hacer, you know, because that's how I would be. I would procrastinate till the last day. But we show up, and in their kitchen, they have like 3 huge boxes of everything. Yep. Lámparas, fuel, machete para cortar branches. Guys, they were prepared, so it was pretty badass.
Yeah, it was my second time camping for real. I went camping when I turned 19. But we went camping literally in the summer, and at night it was beautiful. It was actually hot. It wasn't cold, so I was like taking my blankets off and enjoying the night sky because we didn't put the little cover on top of the tent. So it was super fun. But I've never experienced the type of camping that we did because they're like, I didn't do much. Like, honestly, I just sat there with Karen and just, you know, ate s'mores and stuff. But with here, like, they actually had us, like, working. I was helping set up the tent, which I'd never even known how to set up a tent. I was helping Gabby with the food, and it was just super fun. So, I don't know. The camping experience was a 10 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 because that night, sheesh.
Hell yeah, guys. It was so freaking cold. I woke up sore from shivering. That's how cold it was.
Para empezar, Jonathan and Adrian were putting the fire, right? So it just wouldn't catch. Like, the wood was bad. We didn't even take wood, first of all. The guy at the campsite gave us some. And it just wouldn't catch on fire because it was windy. So Jonathan had the great idea of putting, what it was, like, fuel in there? Gasoline, and I don't know what happened, babe.
Let me defend myself. I know in that video, and since I edited it, I did it on purpose to make me look like a little kid I didn't know and fucked up a fire. But let me tell you, I have great survival skills. I'm pretty confident that if everyone in my friend group or whatever, I would survive the longest in the forest by myself. And I've always done fires in Mexico and stuff like that. But trust me, it was not catching on before what I did. So it wasn't catching on. We tried it the safe way and everything. But the thing that happened, guys, is that gasoline tank, it has like a little tube basically that can control how much can get out. And I thought it wasn't, like, when I poured it, the trick is to pour it, but the gasoline cuts off. So it's not connected to the tank, obviously, so the fire doesn't go up it. But since it had that little filter, when I threw it, it didn't like flick off. It just like poured. So obviously the fire like followed it to the tank. But then my survival skills, my Boy Scout skills kicked in, guys. I looked right away, like, got everything away from the fire. I told Gabby, or who was it, Yadira, to make the car back so the fire wouldn't get on the car. And then, started looking for an extinguisher. So I saved the day. But that's what happened, guys. It's not that I'm dumb and like grab the gasoline, and like I knew that was a possibility about the fire, but like I said, it had that weird little filter thing that like you screw it and that's how much gasoline can get out, if that makes sense. So I had just screwed it a little bit so it like kind of just poured instead of cutting off like I was supposed to.
Let me correct you.
Okay.
So Jonathan did all of that, and when that all happened, even his hand got a little bit on fire because he obviously had fuel on there. He took it off, but Jonathan, like, not a sound was coming out of your mouth. You were just thinking, and you were just like this. You weren't doing much, babe, till you started running and you went for the fire extinguisher. Because you didn't even tell us, like, I'm gonna go look for it. No,
I just ran.
You didn't tell nobody nothing. So
it just looked like I just ran.
He was just going like this, and then ran to see if they had a fire extinguisher, and then us, like, I was just, like, literally just standing there. I was like, babe.
You were just cussing and recording.
Yeah, and then Gabby, like, en chinga agarró water that is not supposed to be put on fire like that. And we were just all, like, going crazy. Adrian was in charge of taking the Sunny D's far from the fire, apparently. And then Gabe told Gabby, move your car. And then Gabe was just, like, sitting, like, far back by his car, just, like, looking at it. And, like, we all just didn't know what to do. But,
they left me to do everything. We were just laughing at me, recording.
Staring at you. And then after Jonathan put it off, like we sat down and we're like, holy shit, like this could have been so much worse.
Yeah, because it was windy.
It was windy, it was dry, and there was a tree like literally a couple feet away from the fire, so like we could have caught the tree on fire. So it was scary, but then we didn't have gasoline for the rest of the night, so the fire would not stay, and it got really, really cold, like extremely cold, and we had layers. All of us had layers. Jonathan went equipped, guys. Like he was equipped for camping. I just had like shorts and a t-shirt and then a sweatsuit over it. And Gabby took like 10 blankets. She took 10 blankets and none of those blankets could keep the freaking cold away from us. So it was super fun. We met 2 guys there that were on the other campfire like next to us. And you want to tell them about Ethan and
Yeah, guys, there were 2 güeritos that like their parents didn't even know where they were. One of them thought that he was in Tahoe. The other one, his parents didn't care about him, and he didn't care about his parents, which was just like typical, you know, not to be stereotypical, but that's how it is in their culture. They just like turn 18 and they leave. But like they were so much fun. They were funny. We had just met them, and then they came over the fire, and then I was like, you guys just want to chill with us since you're alone? And then we thought they were gonna be like 22, 23, you know, for them to be by themselves like that. But they were 17 and 18, I think. So, but they were funny. It just comes to like. It really puts everything into perspective, guys, because, like, they didn't know who we were, you know what I mean? But, like, as soon as they found out that we did YouTube and stuff, they were, like, amazed. But that's what's cool about camping, or that kind of, like, retreat that, like, no one knows you. You're just with nature, and you can be yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they were super funny. We talked to them for hours, and they just told us that they brought 6 hot dogs and 8 hot dog buns. So that's all they had. So, obviously, and beer. Let's not forget. And so like Abby was like, hey, do you guys want ceviche? And like, you know, they just got some chips, and then at the end of the day stood there and sat there with us and talked to us. And Gabby les estaba echando carrilla, Jonathan and Adrian les estaba echando carrilla, and Yadira and I were literally just cracking up the entire time. We at the end we decided to chug Chubbies because it was so cold, and I was like, when you're drunk you're not that cold, so hopefully it masks the cold. Dude, it was so freaking cold. We laid in a inflatable bed with Gabby, Gabe, and it was Jonathan and I, and there was no way, like, we could not keep the heat. No, it was so cold that we were shivering. I had to pee. It was just a terrible
but it was a great experience.
Yeah, it was
making it sound like it was hell.
The night was hell, babe. It really was.
I thought it was fun.
Well, yeah, because you stayed there all day. I needed a pee, and Jonathan wouldn't go with me. So Gabby went with me, and so obviously you kept the warmth. But at the end of the day, we woke up, and Jonathan went to get drone shots and coffee that he didn't bring us back any, and tell them what happened.
Shout out to Mando. I got this from Mando. If you guys know him from Lillian Bay, Guadis, and everything. I've noticed, he hasn't told me, but I've noticed because I notice things. Whenever he travels, he likes to wake up early and either experience what the morning life there is, or grab coffee. So that morning, yeah, I was freezing and I was sleepy because I slept at 2 in the morning. I could have, you know, just stayed in bed, but he came to mind, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go into Sedona, because Sedona is such a beautiful little town, and get some cool drone shots. And, like, honestly, he motivated me to get those drone shots, or else I would have never gotten them, guys. I would have woken up at 11, all tired, gloomy. But instead, we woke up at 6:50. We headed into town. Me and Gabe had a cup of coffee. We saw some deer in the morning. We saw the sunrise, which was awesome. So, yeah, that was badass. What do you want me to tell them?
No, that's talk about the coffee. Yeah, they left us. I did hear them like rustling around and talking about going to get coffee, but you could not bother me, dude. Gabby and I were like stuck together just to keep the warmth. And then when they left, I was like, Yadira, come into bed, and Yadira came and snuggled with us. And then they got back at like 8:30. Yeah. And we were just getting ready to pack everything up, and they left the heater on in Gabe's Jeep. So Jonathan, like, okay, I was like, babe, just go into the Jeep. It's so much warmer. So I went in there. Yadira went in there, and Gabby went in there. And then we started, like, kind of getting everything together to go. And while I was sitting in the Jeep, I was charging my phone, and I just hear, oh, Gabe locked the keys in the Jeep. And we're like, what? And I wasn't out there for that, so you tell us.
Alright, guys, so basically me and Gabe came back and we're like, we might as well start putting things, you turn your Jeep on, turn on Gabby so other people can go in there. So Gabe turns on her Jeep, right? And then whatever. So then I go to open the back to put stuff in the back of Gabby's car and it's locked. I was like, oh, maybe it's just the back, only the driver's door. So then I went and tried the driver's door and it was locked and I was like, Gabe, dude, I think you locked the keys in there. He's like, no, man, no. Super cool voice. And then he's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, we did. So that was freaking funny, guys. He locked the keys. But that was honestly not his mistake. Those cars are designed to not lock your keys. Obviously, they're push button. So if you leave your keys in there, it will beep when you close the door, letting you know that. I've had cars like that, so it doesn't happen. But I don't know what happened that morning. If it was too cold, maybe the battery was affected a little bit with the coldness, and yeah. So I think that's what happened. But
yeah, the car was left on with the heater running for like an hour and a half because
longer.
Huh?
Longer, like 3 hours.
No, it was like 2 hours and a half.
No, but by the time he called
it was
insurance,
at 8,
it would have been an hour already.
It was 8, and then we left at 11. I remember.
Longer than 11.
No.
Almost 12.
So yeah, Gabe locked the keys in the car, and we were just standing there. We got like everything we could into Gabe's car, and then we just stood there, took some TikToks, some drone shots, waited for the insurance. No, not the insurance. The ¿cómo se llama?
AAA?
Yeah, AAA to come. Dude, the guy came and unlocked that in literally less than a minute. And we were all amazed. We're like, whoa, what the
Guys,
heck?
I was this close to breaking Gabby's window.
yeah. And then Gabby también, like, at the end, she was like, fine, just break this little one and then stick your hand. And then, yeah, at the end of the day, we got saved by this AAA guy. Was super nice. Didn't charge Gabe anything
I guess
I know of from now. We haven't asked him if he did. But it was super fun. And then we went home. Drove home, and the rest of the trip was honestly calm and cool, and we ate like absolute shit. I'm not kidding. I had lost, I think, like 3 pounds before I went on the trip. Came back, they were all back, baby, but I did eat good and I was happy, so no one can take that away from me. So let's go fast forward. We get home. We get home on Thursday. There was a snowstorm. There's hella snow, and I weigh myself, and I weigh a lot. And then it hits me.
Guys, she weighs whatever. Like, she thought she weighed so much that she didn't want to show me.
Yeah.
But what the thing is that she doesn't understand that I don't have... So she weighs what she weighs, right? But, like, I don't have anything to compare that to. So she could tell me, like, whatever random number, super high number, and I'd be like, okay. Because I don't know how much a girl's supposed to weigh. You know what I mean? So she's embarrassed, but... It doesn't faze me at all.
We were weighing ourselves, and I literally made him get out of the room so I could weigh myself, because I was like, I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh, because I was so insecure. The heaviest I have ever been, dead ass. It was terrible. And then it hits me. We are going to Miami next week. I'm like, holy fuck. I did not know it was this quick. So we are leaving next Thursday, and I told Jonathan, I was like, I needed to get some cocaine, some crack, and snort it so I can get skinny in one day. Obviously, please don't do that. I was just like joking, but I did get cocaine. But yeah, I was like, what are we gonna do? And then I was talking to Yadira. I was like, dude, what are we gonna do? The trip is next week, and Yadira and Adrian are going with us, by the way, and Luis and Noemi, and Jonathan's cousin. And so Yadira and I just did our research and came up with a great idea. We're gonna do the military diet.
We're doing the military diet.
We're doing it, but I'm talking past tense, babe. When it just updating and taking through the days. So I researched the military diet. Yadira tells me that one of her friends actually did it and lost 15 pounds in the past, and we're like, let's do it. I looked at like 5 YouTube videos, and they were all like, it's really hard, but I lost 6 to 10 pounds, and great.
In 3 days, right?
In 3 days. So I search it up, and it gives you the meal plan, day 1, day 2, day 3, and slowly you eat less and less and less. And today,
and gross food.
Yeah, gross. And today we're on crack, basically. I don't know how I'm even sitting here.
Babe, quit saying that. People are gonna think for real we do
I'm
crack.
not. Okay, that would be dumb if you guys believed me that I did crack. So basically, we started day 1 off. And Jonathan was very vulnerable. At the end of the day, he's like, babe, I can't do this. I'm starving. And mind you, day 1 is the day you eat the most food.
Yeah.
So he was like, I can't do it. So I was the anchor, and I was like, no, babe, you got this. We're not gonna do it. Great. He didn't cheat, nothing. Ate all 3 meals, and yeah, we woke up on Wednesday, and Jonathan's like, oh, thank God, I would have felt like shit. Blah blah blah. Cool. And then Wednesday hits me, and I'm like, babe, I really want a bag of chips. I really want a good meal. And it hit me because our dinner was 2 weenies, a cup of broccoli, a cup of carrots, or half a cup of carrots, and a half a cup of vanilla ice cream, and a half a banana. And I don't eat like pork or meat that often, so I had to research the vegetarian way to do it. So it was 300 calories of tofu, and I did it, and honestly, it tasted so disgusting. So I told Jonathan, I looked him in the eyes, I was like, babe, I have to stop. Like, I'm gonna do it. He's like, heck no, I'm gonna record it and send it to Yanira. And I was like, fuck, like, I can't do that. So he was my anchor yesterday. Even at night, I was like, oh, some bag of chips. Heck no, he held me down, held down the fort yesterday. And today we woke up very hungry, but we're almost done. We have lunch and dinner today, and then we weigh in tomorrow. But I told Jonathan last night, I was about to quit, so I told him, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and weigh myself. You're not supposed to do it, but I'm going to weigh myself, and if I haven't lost 1 pound, I'm quitting and eating whatever the heck I want. So I wake up this morning. Guess how many pounds I lost?
How many, babe?
7 pounds.
In 2 days?
In 2 days. And, yeah, so I went from, I'm not even going to say how much I weigh because I'm so embarrassed. But I lost 7 pounds, and that is great for me. We have today, and then for the rest of the week from Friday to Wednesday, we have another meal plan that isn't as strict as the military diet, but it goes off of it, and it still gives you a calorie count and all of that. So hopefully we are going to lose a little bit more weight before Miami. And yeah, so we wouldn't recommend for you to do this like just as a diet plan, because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable at all.
But I think it's a good start, babe, because now I'm feeling. Have you guys ever felt so hungry? You go through stages, right? You're hungry, you get hangry, and then you're really hungry, and then you just get over it. You're like, fuck it, if I die, I die. And you're just not. You're hungry, you feel it, but you're just so mad at yourself you haven't ate that you're just like, you feel sick. That's what I'm at right now. So I feel like that's why you guys see me moving, because I'm like doing abs, but like I'm hungry, so it hurts, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm like going like this and this. But I'm at that point where like, fuck it, whatever. So I think it is a good starting point.
Yeah, it is a great way to kickstart your journey. If you guys want, we're not like telling you guys to go do it. Do it at your own risk. Research it and do all of that. It is called the military diet, basically, not because the military uses it, but because of the discipline you need. Because holy crap, I was about to give up yesterday. But yeah, I lost 7 pounds, and that is amazing. So I'm excited to keep going. And yeah, it's a great way to kickstart your diet, and it's something great that you can do before a wedding, before a special event. So that is why we decided to do it before Miami, because we're like, dude, we're gonna feel like absolute shit out there if we don't do something about our how we feel, basically. So aside from me losing the 7 pounds, I feel great. I feel like leaner. I can tell in my fingers. So basically I have like skeleton fingers, and during quarantine they gained weight, and my fingers have never been chubby ever. So when I saw them, like I wouldn't even look at my fingers because I feel so embarrassed. And my ring, guys, literally would leave me dents from how much. And remember, you couldn't take it out, like you had to like pull hard to take the ring out. When you tried to take it out one day, and you're like, babe, why doesn't it come off?
But I remember when I proposed to you, it went in a little hard.
No, it did not at all.
Yeah, I got scared. I remember. It was your bone, though.
So, yeah, my ring fits perfectly now, and I can see my hands being slimmer. So, I feel great, and I think we're going to feel great in Miami. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that. How do you feel right now, babe? Do you feel like...
I feel really weak, guys. Like, just setting up the podcast, like, and because we have these chairs, but they're in the kitchen, so bringing them upstairs was just a pain in the butt. I feel really weak, but I don't know. I'm tired of being chubby, guys. And I know you guys see me and you're like, you're not chubby, you're not fat, Jonathan. But compared to how I was, I look at myself in the mirror, I was like, when did this get here? And it sucks that my genetics are so bad, guys. I have the worst genes when it comes to losing fat. And I gain it super quick and I lose it. But I've always considered myself a somewhat healthy person. You know, like I try to go to the gym. At work, I would get a lot of exercise and then still go to the gym sometimes and not eat. Like, I was hearing this guy at the gym yesterday. He said that over there in Kansas City, you can get 10 liters of Coke. 2 liters of Coke for $1 each. So 10 for 10, if that makes sense. So 10 liters for $10. 10 2 liters. And he said he would drink 2 a day, Dr. Peppers, throughout college.
Yum.
And it's like, I didn't do that. And yeah, he was fat, but it's not like an exaggerated, like how you... And if I did that, guys, no, hombre, I would be on that freaking 800-pound show, like, what's it called?
My 600-pound life.
Yeah, like, I would be on that. If I did that diet that he did during college, like, I would be 600 pounds. No way. But no, I eat freaking one Funyun and a glass of milk, and boom. I wake up with a freaking hinchada cara toda fea. But anyways.
But aside from that, I also feel, like, more motivated at the gym, no? Or do you not feel more motivated? Like,
I'm more tired.
When I was doing cardio the last 2 days and lifting, I felt great, honestly. I was like, I'm doing this, I have a purpose. And I could still lift heavy. Like, I still squatted 45 pounds on each side, so it was great. It was great, honestly. I love how I feel, and I just know that I'm setting myself up for success for Miami because I was about to be very depressed over there.
Yeah. We know, guys, we're not going to get a six-pack or abs or... abs or like muscles in, you know, the next week. But, you know, then my birthday's going to come up. Then May is going to come up. Summer, you know. So really, I know you guys are like, yeah, Jonathan, I'm way too fat. Summer's around the corner. I'll try next year. But like, guys, like that next year already came. Remember when quarantine was barely starting? We're in that stage right now. It's March. Like a year flew by. Imagine if you would have started your diet. And those 5 years, guys, that it takes is going to pass regardless. So you might as well echarle ganas from day one.
Yeah, so we're excited. Obviously, like I said, we're not looking to see abs by Wednesday, but we're looking to feel better. And then from there, just keep going. And then by summer, we're going to look chef's kiss.
Yes, ma'am. But anyways, I think that was all the updates we have for today, guys. Yeah. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Do you have anything else to say?
I have nothing else to say, actually. I'm really hungry. We have lunch in literally...
Our lunch, guys, is an egg and a piece of bread.
Yeah, 1 egg and 1 slice of whole wheat toast.
Yep. But anyways, guys, that has been all for today. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. You do the outro.
No, you still have to motivate them.
I forgot about the motivation, guys. Thank you, babe, for reminding me. Today, since obviously I did not remember, I didn't really plan one, but here's the one that goes straight from the dome of my head, guys. Are you ready? Chai, are you ready? Cue the music. Guys, from watching multiple documentaries, multiple podcasts, and really dissecting them, I have noticed that every successful person in this world, or every happy person as well, does this, and they all have one thing in common. Do you know what it is?
No.
Think about something every rich person, every successful celebrity did before they were successful. It's one of your favorite songs by Russ. Well, not favorite, but it's a song by him. Oh my God, you're so slow. This diet's killing you. Yeah. Manifestation, guys.
Oh yeah.
You gotta manifest. Guys, listen to me. Karma, manifestation, it all sounds like make-believe, like a video game, you know, like manifestation is not real. Let me tell you guys, there have been, recently the FBI has released documents saying, and I don't know if those documents are real, but they look pretty legit because I go to Reddit and I go down conspiracy holes and these people get these documents and it says that karma, manifestation, the law of attraction, guys, these things are real. They're real. The world, imagine if the world was just so linear as you think it is. It's not as boring, guys. The world, that's why ghosts exist, you know, weird witch things exist, but also God and the Holy Spirit. Like, this is not just one parallel universe, if that makes sense. Like, there's different dimensions. And what I'm trying to go with, guys, is in life, there's cheat codes. In manifestation, law of attraction, that's one of them. So if you manifest something and you really believe it, repeat it in your head, guys, and also have a visual of it, it will come true. And you're gonna be like, Jonathan, that's weird. No, guys, this is why celebrities are successful. This is why people are successful, because they vision that success and they believe themselves. Sometimes I'm so like shy and so scared of visualizing something because deep down I do have those struggles. That's not gonna come real. But that's just the devil trying to not let you use manifestation, the power of it. Obviously, manifestation, what is it tied to? I don't think it's just the universe and the stars and bullshit like that. I think it's prayer, like God. So if you think it and you believe it, but you also ask God for it and you're a good person, guys, cheat code 101 right there. I think that's really true. I watched multiple document. One of the best videos, this is up to you guys if you guys want to watch it. It's look up gym motivation, and it's one called No Excuses, Welcome to the Grind. Guys, this shows Conor McGregor, this shows Muhammad Ali, another ballerina, super popular ballerina. They all manifested this success, guys. They all believe from themselves. Their wife believed, their spouses believed in themselves and them. And it's like a little example I have. Jim Carrey, guys, in 1995, he was dirt broke poor. He had just joined an actor's agency. But what did he do? Everyone knows Jim Carrey, you know, the guy from The Mask and all that, Dumb and Dumber. He signed a blank check for $10 million, guys, and he gave himself a time frame of 3 years. And he manifested. He kept that check in his wallet for all those years, guys, all those weeks, all those days after failed attempts. And 3 years later, guys, on Thanksgiving night, right before it's gonna be 3 years, like right before, guys, like the week before, he says, and this interview is with Oprah if you want to watch it. He says he gets a call to film Dumb and Dumber, just Dumb and Dumber, the first one, and his contract is for $10 million, guys. So like, this stuff is real. Law of attraction, guys. That's why karma is real. If you're a negative person and you're just always cranky, always mad at the world because it's not going your way, that's what you're gonna get back. You're just gonna get more shit piled up on you. So you gotta start being a good person, guys. Not because we should fear God or what, just because it's lo que se te va a devolver, okay?
Sheesh, that was very good, babe.
But manifest it, guys. You guys got this, all right? I believe in you. Do you know the chances of being born are, babe? You know how many sperm are ejaculated into a vagina when you have sex?
No, how many?
Almost like millions. Hundreds of thousands, millions of little like sperm are in your like jizz. So the fact that God chose you to be born out of all your siblings that were floating in there, that's why they say, guys, just the miracle of life, just the fact of being born is a miracle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're already put on this planet from those millions of other siblings that were floating with you, it's for a reason, guys, okay? You're not just here to work a 9 to 5 and die and being taken care of by your grandkids. No. So remember that, okay? You beat millions of other swimmers. And I still don't know how to swim for real.
Well, that was it for today's podcast. I hope that you guys are motivated and inspired by Jonathan's beautiful speech, because I am. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on
Next
Friday.
time.